One of the greatest lessons that I learned from the man himself, Mr. Eastwood, was the gift of imperfection. If any of you are like myself, I lived most of my life being a perfectionist, constantly beating myself up. It's not perfect. You have to do it again. What's wrong with you, Renee? Listening to that inner critic. And I was filming the big breakup scene between Frankie and Mary on the Warner Brothers lot. And in the scene, Mary, my character, is drunk, pissed off. Frankie's been on the road, not home. And she's walking up the stairs and Frankie's following her and they're yelling. Well, we do the scene once and then they yell cut and then Clint goes, good. Now I want you to really give it to him. And I'm like, okay. So we go back and I get ready and we start the scene again. And now I'm like fuming and I'm like, you show up for a couple of days and you think that makes you a father and out of nowhere, I forget all of my lines. Like they just boop right out of my head. But like a second later, I pick it right back up and I keep going. Clint yells cut and he goes, that was it. I go, Clint, I forgot all my lines. And he goes, I don't care. It was real and it was raw and that's good. He said, when I was filming Meryl, and I'm like, oh my God, Clint Eastwood's talking to me about Meryl Streep. What is happening? What is my life right now? And he said, when I would film with her, she always liked to do tons of takes to make it perfect. But then I started filming her rehearsal takes and she realized how organic and raw they were. And she had me film them all the time. And that made me realize, wow, we work so hard to be what we perceive as perfect, but nothing is better than being authentic, being real. And the truth is, when we're all upset and angry and frustrated, sometimes you forget what you're going to say. If you're arguing with your spouse or a friend and you're screaming, it's like, sometimes you forget what you're about to say. And he recognized that. And by him recognizing that in me and then sharing that story, it was like this beautiful light bulb went off. And since then, I'm not kidding, that was 2013. I have lived my life so differently, remembering how beautiful imperfection is. Imperfection is human, right? And nothing is more real or authentic than being human. And we just need to lean into that.